Hi guys, I've been saying for some time that there's a very unhealthy relationship between government and so-called advisors. When Liz Truss took over from Boris Johnson, she went about putting people in very important positions within her administration. Like Dominic Cummings in the past, these people are unelected and unaccountable, but hold massive sway over senior ministers and the Premier themselves. Many of these advisors come from think tanks, normally with the Tories, right-wing ones that do not disclose their donors and operate less than transparent methods of interaction with those who fund them. Truss's current economic advisor is a guy called Matthew Sinclair. He used to be the director of the Taxpayers Alliance, a right-wing think tank that has some interesting goals, which I'll come to in a moment. Now, he has appeared in the news recently where he wants to save the government an alleged £7 billion. How? Well, by scrapping HS2 and doing away with the European Convention on Human Rights. He says the Equality and Human Rights Commission should be done away with, and it should be up to the courts to deal with matters of discrimination. This is about reducing government oversight for the private sector, of course. It's also extremely difficult and expensive for individuals to take cases to court. This is about protecting the private sector under the guise of tax savings. On HS2, the advisor said that business leaders are unconvinced of its benefit. Again, these are people who are against investment in public transport, preferring road building. Sinclair is, it seems, also pushing for government departments to scrap the Green Investment Bank. These right-wing think tanks are not just climate change deniers, but show connections to the fossil fuel industry. But let's have a look at some of their goals. Now, my friend Marcus Fitzsimmons has a full thread on Twitter, which I will link to, and it shows all the sinister stuff from the Taxpayers Alliance. But let's look at the titles of one of their preferred goals. Remember, these are people sitting in Liz Truss's administration. So on pay and pensions, so number 32 says, cut annual leave entitlements where overly generous. This is about making pensioners poorer, of course. Number 33 says, scrap national pay bargaining, meaning that individual workers would have to negotiate their pay and their conditions one-on-one with their employer, losing out on the benefit of a trade union. Number 34, scrap trade union subsidies of facility time, grants and office space. This, of course, makes it more difficult for trade unions to increase their membership, thus helping employers over employees here. Number 35 is about cutting grants to devolved administrations, of course to benefit Westminster. Number 36, increase the extent of charges in the NHS. Privatisation, of course, and this think tank has been pretty open about this for some time. And so it goes on and on. But I just wanted to highlight this spiteful nature of them towards the end here. Number 41, abolish the Christmas bonus. What has this got to do with taxpayers? Nothing. It's just about being on the side of employers. Again, these people have the ear of Liz Truss, and the current Prime Minister, like the last one, doesn't give a crap about workers or ordinary people. These think tanks should have no place near the levers of power, and the sooner Liz Truss is kicked out of number 10, the better it will be for workers and ordinary people. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.